Moriarty takes 6 as Sussex crumble to spin twins. For the majority of the second day at the Kia Oval, Surrey enjoyed themselves. A classy 100 from Rory Burns on his Surrey return seemingly put them in the driving seat. But a flurry of late wickets saw the side slump from 164 for 0 to 177 for 4. But in Ben Foakes and Hashim Amla, Surrey had test match experience to call upon and dragged their side back into the game. The pair made a decent start. Both men found the boundary early on to take the score up to 200. But they'd be unable to stay together. Delray Rawlings was the man with the key breakthrough. Amla out LBW for 26. Foakes and Jacks held firm after the loss of the South African. Their batting took Surrey to the cusp of 250. Jacks ensured they get there with a single off Coles. But the 16-year-old would have a moment to remember soon after. He picked up his maiden first-class wicket, and what a scalp it was. England international Foakes bowled by a beauty for 39. The session was at an end 7 balls later. The day not overly kind to Surrey so far, who still trailed their visitors by 156, with the score 259 for 6. The Sussex momentum evaporated at the restart. Jamie Overton's penultimate knock for Somerset saw him reach a maiden first-class century. He partnered Will Jacks well, and before long the side had reached 300. Their partnership was worth 50, with an Overton single off Garton. Jack's contribution was rewarded, a 7th first-class 50 for the Surrey man. Try as they might, Sussex couldn't separate the two. Overton the man now hunting a half-ton. He'd find it with a flick off the pads off Visa, a decent debut with the bat for the former Somerset man. Visa bit back though, Overton caught by Haynes to depart for 55. The match was tightening, and it was in Will Jack's hands. If he could stick around, the home side had a real chance of matching their visitors' first innings score. But another partner would depart. Taylor out-caught by Visa off Carson. And then Carson brought the innings to an end with 2 in 3 balls. Moriarty first, bowled for 1. Followed by Verdi, caught by Finch for a duck. A moment to remember for the young Sussex spinner, whose maiden first-class 5 reached with the final 2 wickets. Surrey had fallen just 12 runs short of full batting bonus points and 30 runs shy of Kent's first innings total. It was a good effort from the home side. Rory Burns looked a class apart on his return, with Will Jacks and Jamie Overton also adding important contributions. What had been a high-scoring game took on an entirely different complexion as Sussex got their second innings started. Moriarty, opening alongside Overton, caused carnage. Thomason was his first scalp. Quick work from Foakes stumping him for 9. Then in the 6th over he had 2 in 3 balls. Haynes dismissed courtesy of a fabulous diving catch from Hashim Amla. It was Finch's turn next, caught behind for 13. Then Verdi repeated the trick. Brown was removed LBW for 7, and then 2 balls later Rawlings followed him, out for 9. Sussex were crumbling to Surrey's spin twins and limped past 50, but Verdi would strike again. Coles out LBW for the second time in the match. The next over saw Moriarty back in the wickets, Garton out LBW for 1. And the young man had his second 5 of the match and first career 10-wicket match haul. Visa caught by Overton for 4. Stuart Meeker ensured the Sussex advantage would at least reach 3 figures, boundaries off Verdi giving Sussex something to cling on to. He and Carson stopped Surrey in their tracks and ensured the score would tick over into 3 figures. But the fight back was brought to an end by Moriarty. Carson his 6th scalp of the innings, caught by Burns for 6. Surrey would have to wait for the final wicket. The day brought to a close with Sussex on 109 for 9. The home side have their tails up. Moriarty followed up his first innings 5 with a second innings 6. Surrey will hope to wrap up the innings early on day 4 and set up a chase of what looks like to be a relatively achievable target.